Hi, welcome back to another video. Uh, Today we're going to look at how you could actually manage different multiple versions of Python on your same machine. This will be useful and also necessary when you work across different projects. So, for example, you have a production ready project which uses Python 3.8, and you are also working on a personal project which you want to use 3.10, but switching across these two versions may not be easy sometimes. So we're going to take a look at how you can achieve this using pyenv, and this is a open source project, very useful. This is not the only way. There are multiple ways to manage Python versions on the same machine, but this is one of the ways which I prefer. And I'm looking at the GitHub page, and the README section actually gives us instructions on how to set it up on your machine. So on a Linux machine, it is pretty easy, or maybe not, because you see, you should be able to actually do Python version, and there is a curl command I've seen in installation. So on a Mac OS machine is pretty simple using Brew Package Manager. On Windows, there is not an official version, but there is a forked project. And yes, this is the curl command I was talking about. But just doing that, sometimes you get a lot of errors. So, in fact, I have uh, compiled a list of dependencies. So, first, before installing the pyenv package, you must install these dependencies, and then the installation should happen smoothly. So this is the problem that we face. So this being a new machine, you do a Python version and you are prompted to say that prompted about Python not being there. In fact, Python 3 is there. Yes, because Python 2 is deprecated. So instead of setting up aliases and installing multiple or uninstalling multiple versions, we're going to use pyenv. So I've pasted the sudo apt update and the installation command, which is going to install a whole bunch of dependencies, and it'll take its time. I'm just gonna wait for it to give me a prompt where I'm going to say yes. All right. So while this takes, I am going to also go back to my shell, copy the commands that I need to update actually. So I'm going to get ready with the installation command. Hopefully this is done. All right, the installation of pyenv utility is completed. Now let's, oh sorry, the dependency is required as completed. Now we are going to do the actual installation. And while this uh, gets completed, it is also going to suggest us to actually run these commands. So we have to copy these into our bash RC profile. So I'm going to use my editor, sorry, the VI editor, and let me go back, go to the bottom of the page, and just for the like so, I'll save this file, and it says restart your shell for changes to take effect, and I'm going to, yeah, actually, uh, yeah, restart the shell. Let's see if I have pyenv. Okay, so it gives me all the options. Now, let's say if I want to install Python 3.11, let me clear the screen now. Pyenv install 3.11.0. Okay, so it's downloading. Hopefully it installs, and I'll come back and see the results. Okay, so looks like pyenv has actually managed to install Python 3.11. Um I'm guessing this command with which checks Python version is still going to fail. Yeah, because we have not told pyenv to set uh, the version globally. So that would be pyenv global 3.11.0. And we could also do the uh, local. Okay, let's do Python. I'm guessing this would still give me an error. Okay, so this works, but uh, yeah, let's see if we can set it to this shell as well, to this current shell. All right, so all good, and we have Python 3.11. Now, let me clear the screen. For example, let's see what are the other options that we get with pyenv. We have activate commands. We just used global. We did an install. We did a local. Um, and okay, if we do, for example, pyenv version, so this is going to show us the list of all the list of available Python versions. Uh, Not this one. Let's see. There is a command to look at that. Show the current version. Yes, we have seen version, and we did versions. Okay. Uh, Maybe I'm getting distracted. Let me install something like Python version 3.8 and wait for it to complete installing. Looks like a Python 3.8 is also installed. Uh, let's do Python versions. So you see the notice, you notice the difference. It's having two, in fact, three versions of Python. The system provided one, 3.8 and 3.11. However, 3.11 is the one that is set by uh, global and locally. So what if you want to switch to Python 3.8? So that would be pyenv um, global 3.8.0 and local, and we do pyenv versions. It would point to uh, 3.8. It should be actually pointing to 3.8. Maybe we need to also change to the shell, the shell version, so that it picks up in this current. Uh, yeah, so this is how you get 3.8. And if you also do a Python double dash versions, so it should be version 3.8. So I hope this video was useful on how to manage Python versions, multiple versions on the same machine. If you um, like the video, stay tuned for upcoming videos and see you next time. Thank you.